Hello, beautiful angels. Welcome to Sun and Soul. Thank you for being here. Today's reading, we are going to be exploring what kind of first impression that you make to others. What kind of first impression that you give off to others. So, as always, I have prepared three piles for you. This is pile one with the pigs. This is pile number two with the unicorn. This is pile number three with the puppy and the rabbit. So choose the pile that you feel attracted to you, that attracts you, that you feel pulled by, and I'll see you in your chosen pile. And okay, thank you very, very much for tuning in. Okay, I feel like I'm so bad at my intros, so I'm thinking about writing a script. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but anyhow, let's see you at your reading. Bye bye. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. So let's take a look at what kind of first impression do you give off to others. So your tarot cards are Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups, sorry, Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords. So right off the bat, you are giving off such a prosperous and abundant energy, my pile number one. So with this Knight of Pentacles, you give immediate feeling of reliability to other people. Pile number one. This is such a strange thing to notice in as a first impression, but people really do find you very reliable and even loyal, and someone who is very slow but steady kind of person. Someone who is not like rushing off to things, but taking their time, planning, and taking those steps with patience to achieve a long term goal. You look at the bigger picture, pile number one, and you don't mind the time and effort that it takes, and the slow growth doesn't really bother you, at least by the impression that you give off to other people. You look like, you feel like the kind of person who is very patient and very confident in their self. Also, not to forget, a very abundant person who knows what he or she wants and is after it with a lot of relaxed energy. Yes, that's the word. You look like a very relaxed kind of personality, my pile number one. And definitely a lot of abundance is coming up here with your reading, my pile number one. Ace of Pentacles. Look at this beautiful card. Such a colorful one. I like it. And pile number one, yes, you are someone who give off this very bougie and very um, Mm, this the kind of feeling I'm getting is not the kind of rich like the Kardashians or the other kind of rich, like people showing off in social media or stuff, but the kind of rich who is quietly rich, who doesn't like to show off their luxury goods and luxury lifestyles to others, but it's actually, you know what? This reminds me of this video that I think it was by GQ, I think, and they were it was about a soccer player, I think. Wait, no, it was tennis player. I think it was, wait, Nadal. Yeah, I think it was him, and he was showing what he has in his bag, and it was really very basic stuff. So, I mean, he had a, oh my god, I did not realize there is a piece of hair over here. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. So, pile number one, and he had this really boring and basic stuff that a sports person needs. Like, he had freaking meds in his bag and he was showing off his meds in GQ. But all the while, he had this really expensive luxury watch on his wrist, and he never like neighbor introduced that watch, showed that watch to in the video. He just had on his wrist, um just quietly sitting there, and he was showing off his mates and his, I think, pads or something, for muscle relief, I think. And you know what, you are that kind of person, pile number one. You might be, you are very humble, and you are very friendly to other people, and you discuss about the difficulties of the economy and jobs and etc. with other people. All the while, you might be like Nadal, who has really luxury, very expensive item on you, and not showing it off. That's the kind of energy that I get from you, pile number one. And Ace of Pentacles, even though, um, even though you aren't yet in a position to have lots of, like I said, luxury items or very expensive things, or maybe not yet financially at that point, but still, when you do get there, you will be that kind of person who doesn't like to show off, but just likes to stay quietly rich. And even without all of those things, people notice that you are going places, my pal number one. You are. Maybe that's why the Knight of Pentacles is over here to show your growth, to show your reliability to other people. And Page of Cups. No matter how practical and slow but steady and the patient energy you have with all these pentacle cards, my pile number one, outwardly, no matter how practical and you know earthly you are, but people do notice that deep inside you, you have a heart of gold. You are not just rationality, logics, but you are also beautiful, pure hearted emotions, kind heart, kind, just warm personality. You do not treat others with, that just like as a business deals, but you treat others as a friend, you treat others as a human. And people also do notice that you are quite spiritual. I mean, you are looking at a pickacard reading in YouTube, but let's say if you are not really out and out spiritual in nature, like you are doing your say manifestation rituals, or like praying and stuff and other things, meditations, but still give off these very spiritual vibes to other people. And with Page of Cups, you have this childlike curiosity regarding things, uh, and other people. You are excited by seeing new things and meeting new people, and that's people reflect that energy. Okay, like they feel excited to meet you because you look so excited and bright, and this gives them energy to look, um, to have a better perspective, like a brighter perspective about their own life as well. You give so much positive vibes by number one, definitely. And with the Eight of Swords, you, like I said before, I think the humble word came up because of that. You have all these things going on about you, but you don't seem to see it, my pile number one. I mean, with Eight of Swords, I will be honest. It talks about a person who does not see that the things that is binding them, that is giving them anxiety, is actually not existent. They are just heavy with their own thoughts, and they are letting themselves be imprisoned by their overthinking. But pile number one, really, with all these cards surrounding your reading, what I see is a person who has so much going on for them, but is not about showing those things to others. With Eight of Swords, you do not like to show off. At least that's what other people see about you. Their impression of you is that you are this beautiful, this fit, physically attractive person who is also very practical about their life, about their goals, about their vision in about, regarding their future, and also is also a person who is very kind and warm-hearted and very friendly to other people, but they do not like to show off to others. Maybe you are one of those kinds of people who has, not a very active hmm, social media life. Not the kind of person who likes to post a lot in their social medias. And you are also the kind of person who does not like to um, spend time talking, BS, like who does not like to gossip. Okay. And with Three of Pentacles, my beautiful pile number one, yes, you are a very cooperative person. You are the kind of person you are the complete opposite of the Karen stereotype, okay? You like to help others, you like to learn from others, and you are the kind of person who is constantly growing, you know? Maybe you are the kind of person who likes to join classes or for fitness or gym or maybe some regarding some sort of skills, and really upgrade yourself all the time. There's no stopping for you, and you are the kind of person who people can rely on to finish the task that is entrusted to them. Also, with pentacles being over here, very much of a abundant energy. Look at all these pomegranates over here. Yeah, definitely. You give off a very rich feeling, pile number one. Wow. And with Nine of Swords over here, so with Nine of Swords over here, you seem like a person, pile number one. One of the first impression that you give up to other people is that you tend to worry a lot. And it's not the worry that was about the Eight of Swords, but the Eight of Swords was a different energy, but with this Nine of Swords straight up, sometimes you give off the feeling to other people that you are worried about something. And the thing is, this worry is regarding other people. Like you worry about other people a lot. So, uh, pile number one, I don't know, like, why you are worried about other people, with what kind of things that you are worried about, but they do notice that about you. It could be that if you have kids, that you talk about your kids a lot and talk about your worries regarding their upbringing, regarding their education, regarding their friends or something. Or if you do not have kids or not even married, maybe you worry about your parents and worry about um, your friends, and just wow, maybe that's why you gave off this Page of Cups energy. Lots of purity. You having a very kind heart, kind soul. Yeah, yes. So much positivity in your pile number one. Even the usually negative cards of worry, uh, uh, with Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords, is giving off this very positive trait, very positive energy about you. You know what? Those who have you around in their life are really lucky. That's what I feel. So let's take a look at your Oracle cards, my pile number one. And you have purity. I did not lie. Okay, I did not lie. With this purity card, Page of Cups, and all this. Wow. You have a pure heart, my pile number one, and people do notice that about you. I mean, it's not like one of your friends and your family members and your long long-term partners. But right off the bat, with first impression, you have this pure soul, and people do notice that about you. And with discernment, yes, that's why you had all this pentacle energy with you. My pile number one, you have good judgment, okay? You are good at looking at the big picture, seeing what works and what does not work. And if something that you are doing or others are doing is not working, you are quick to make an improvement on that, like a upgrade on that, so that if it can be worked out, it can be worked out. If it can't be worked out, then just find another path. You have good judgment, and people do trust you with that. Maybe you are some sort of in a leadership position, like a manager, a supervisor, or something. I mean, I'm also noticing that this card is number 10, and that card purity is number 30, and with which is another 10 three times. And you are just a complete balance of this practicality and emotions, logical thinking, and again emotional, the positive aspect of emotions, by the way, like love. I mean, I would not believe if somebody is saying that love is logical, but love is not. Well, at least that's what I think. Anyway, let's move on. And you have monology, meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So, whether you do meditate or not, people do notice, people feel that you are the kind of person who meditates. But I think for that to be noticed, other people should also be in some sort of spiritual field, I guess. But this whole thing, even if they aren't, even if it's a regular Joe who is meeting you and building their first impression about you, then it is about you being this very calm, you having this very calm and otherworldly energy with Pisces. And with new moon in Pisces, there is definitely a little bit of mystery going on about you, my pan number one. Hmm, very calm, very, logical with your emotions. You are not the kind of person who is like to burst out and with anger or be super loud with their laughter. I think a lot of calmness. Hmm. So, okay. So, I was talking about you having this mysterious personality, or something mysterious about you, and definitely Scorpio came up. And that too, full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Definitely my pile number one. You have, wow. Scorpios are also the one of the sexiest zodiacs out there. Wow, I did talk about you being physically very attractive as well, didn't I? So, by number one, you give off this very sexual and magnetic energy. Maybe because the to the opposite genders, okay? And yeah, very magnetic and charismatic personality. By number one, wow, wow. And yeah, I mean, even the Page of Cups was giving me this, you being having this spiritual energy about you, and this is being reconfirmed with the Pisces and Scorpio card again. And this is like a double confirmation, even without considering our discernment and purity card, combining it to be a very balanced energy of spirituality. And your third card is New Moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Of course, I did say that I did say that you give off this magnetic and mysterious and sexual energy to other people, and definitely people are attracted by that and wanna start a romantic cycle with you. You you definitely attract a lot of people. Okay, pile number one, definitely, and you know what? Keep it up. I love this energy. So, okay, pile number one. With this, I'm going to close your reading for today and hope you liked it. My beautiful, charismatic, but abundant, but likes to worry about others, but is pure hearted, but loving and overall balanced person. Such a satisfactory reading today. Okay, thank you, pile number one, for joining me in this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. So, let's take a look at what kind of first impression do you give off to other people. Okay, so your tarot cards are Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, King of Wands, Strength, Ace of Swords. Oh my god, pile number two. This energy is so thick and heavy. Like I just cannot. Okay, uh, you know what? In with even if you don't have a active Leo like prominent planets like Sun, Moon, or your maybe your ascendant Lord in Leo, uh, or you having a Leo rising in your chart, definitely there is a lot of Leo energy about you. I mean, look at this King of Wands and Strength, double Leo. I mean, King of Wands with the lion is present over here so prominently that I cannot ignore it, okay? You are a charmer, my pile number two. You are. And I don't know why I'm starting from this card because I usually start from the first card, but I cannot help but notice that you being this really attractive person, like so hot. this is turning this is turning sexual and very physical right off the bat. Okay, you know what? Let's start. So with Ace of Cups, my pile number two, you are this really you give for the energy of a person who is very emotionally balanced, even intuitive with this dragonfly being over here. Overall, you give the vibe of a person who is very, you know, abundant in themselves, like the kind of person who is very blessed. Yes, that's the word. You seem like the kind of person who is very blessed. I mean, physicality wise, you are already blessed with the King of Wands and the Leos being so prominent over here, and personality wise, also you are blessed. And intelligence wise, you are also blessed with Ace of Swords and the Hierophant, and with the Hierophant, of course, morally as well, okay? And yeah, overall, a very blessed energy about you, pile number two. And definitely talking about blessings, you have Nine of Cups. Excuse me. So, Nine of Cups, my pile number two. Wow, I'm noticing her hair a lot in this card. Look at her. Her hair is very beautiful. You know what? Even Leos are known for their hair, aren't they? Oh well. So, maybe people notice your hair right away. Do you like to braid your hair or style your hair in a very attractive way, pile number two? Because people do notice your hair, and your hair is thick or very shiny, and even your accessories are very unique. Wow. So, with the Nine of Cups, again, the whole energy about you being blessed, you being this very, the kind of energy you give off is like you are very satisfied. with your life. And number two, I know some of you might be like, no, 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 I'm not satisfied, not there yet. But the vibe that you give off to other people is this the vibe of a person who is very confident. So satisfaction, that's that is where they derive that energy about you, because you are this very confident, this very a person who is very sure about themselves and their life. Definitely a very attractive individual as well, and such a happy vibe coming off you. Point number two, hmm, not at all the kind of person who is very. But you know what? This is giving me a very individualistic vibe as well. Definitely, it comes from your confidence. By number two, and yes, abundance. Abundance is again very prominent over here with Ace of Cups and Nine of Cups. I think Ace of Cups and Nine of Cups are like one of the uh, few of the actually court cards that, despite it not being a earth card like a pentacle card, still gives off this very abundant and successful, materially successful vibe or energy in a reading. And that's the kind of energy you give off to other people. Pile number two, and what I'm also noticing is that there is something magical about you. Pile number two, like people cannot help but notice you with the Hierophant. I mean, pile number two, so many powerful cards you have going over here. So with the Hierophant, I'm seeing that you give off the vibe of a person who is very traditional. Okay, so by that what I mean is that you are the kind of person who is who likes to be who likes to follow the principles of, it could be the principles of your religion or just cultural background, or the principles that has been laid out in your community, whatever community that you belong to, or even family values are very important for you. Part number two, with the Hierophant, I cannot like exclude this religious vibe, and I'm not saying that religion, this religion, that religion, but the morality, the moral compass of religion, I'm talking about that. Okay, you are the kind of person who who always likes to um, fulfill their dharma. And by the way, the word dharma in Sanskrit does not mean religion. Okay, it means duty of the soul. Really, there is so much mistranslation going on with that word. I mean, anyway, you are the kind of person who fulfills their duty to their family, their duty to the community that they live in, their duty to their friends, their duty to their partners, and definitely their duty to their own soul. Did you hear that ding? Oh, well, it wasn't a ding, but wow, that is a confirmation from the spirits. Okay, take that, claim it. My pie number two, you are, and you know, you are. I feel if it was a person who is like spiritually aligned and they are building their impression about you, pile number two, I think they would notice that you have a very old soul, pile number two, and old soul as in the regards of you have many you have lived many lifetimes on earth, and there's this very wise and very full of wisdom vibe about you, pile number two. Even in a way of leadership, I mean, we do have King of Wands here, a complete leader. But you know what? I did say that you have this very individualistic energy before. And this energy now I'm noticing is that you have boss energy, pile number two. Even the Hierophant and Strength, Leo, and King of Wands, these are all bossy energy. Pile number two, are you bossy, by the way? Have you ever heard people tell you uh, that you are sort of bossy? If you have, please definitely confirm it in the comment section. Okay, I would like to know. I mean, look at our here, but you are a very sassy kind of boss. I think even with your bossy energy, you are sassy. I think. I mean, look at this hero when he is giving like this peace sign, the sign of victory, or yeah, it's a very sassy bossy energy you are giving off. And with King of Wands, you are a hearty pile number two. King of Wands is a hearty, okay, and you give off that energy very much to other people. Pile number two, look at him. You cannot help but look at and take a look back again at King of Wands, and that's who you are in other people's eyes. And very passionate, very, even work wise or your life wise or other things about your life, you are a passionate and driven person, and people do notice about that to you. But what I'm feeling very much is that you have this very whole physically hot energy going on about you. Hmm. You have a lot of admirers, don't you, pile number two? Such a physically attractive sexual energy coming off over here. And you are a person who, like, such a people. I think if other people, the people that you come in contact with, aren't very confident in themselves or very, at least somewhat wise, they would be sort of like afraid of you. I think, like, you might af- scare other people off, like, in a way that not because they think you are a bad person or you are this very mm, you like to scare other people or like that, you know what I mean, but in a way that they cannot handle your energy. But too, like, they are scared by you because they think that they cannot handle your attractiveness. It's a weird thing, I think. You know what, if people are attracted by you, I have a feeling that not many of them have enough confidence to express that to you. They may be thinking that, okay, point number two is this hot, this attractive person, physically and personality wise, and they seem very abundant. They are also very uh, such a good person because with the hair event, but I'm not. I don't think that they are just out of my league. Yes, that's the word. You seem like the kind of person who is very out of their league. Pile number two. Wow. I'm even noticing that there is so much red in your cards. Like overall, so much red and orange energy going on about you. A lot of, a lot of um, root chakra energy going on over here. If you know what root chakra is, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, please look it up. You're gonna love it. So with the strength card, yes, again with Leo being over here, you seem like the kind of person who is very confident, very loyal, very loving, very warm, and people might even think that you like to party. Pile number two, and with this strength card itself, I think I did say that you are physically attractive, and but you know what? You are the kind of a person who is very strong willed as well. Pile number two. People do notice that you are a visionary. If you are a leader, you are a visionary kind of person who likes to not not likes to, but who brings a very transformative energy with them. And a person who is very clear minded, who is able to tame others, a very good leader, who is very confident and far you look far into the future, point number two. Wow. And so much positivity as well and passions as well with this strength card is coming up from your energy. You are the personification of the sun. People cannot help but notice you. People cannot help but take a second look at you, third look at you, and look at you again after that. Such a strong personality about you, part number two. Wow. And Ace of Swords. I did say that you are the game changer, part number two. You are. Whoever meets you and whoever's life that you come into, you change their life forever. You are a game changer in their life, part number two. And with the Ace of Swords, you bring lots of clarity, lots of positivity and transformative energy in other people's life, and people notice that you are someone who is very intelligent, who is very clear minded, someone who is very not just has a lot of high IQ, but also a good amount of EQ, emotional intelligence. Wow. And look at these roses and these butterflies. It talks about you having this energy of a person who is very attractive, but you know, brain with beauty is coming in mind. Wow, you know what? This is such a beauty pageant contestant winner vibe that I'm getting from here. If one of you is a beauty pageant winner, I would love it. Definitely. Pile number two, because that's the sort of energy you give off. Are you Miss USA or something? Because the energy is heavily like Miss World, Miss Universe. That kind of energy is present over here now that I think about it. Okay, now let's take a look at your oracle cards, shall we? So you have protection. You are someone, I did say that you are someone who is very. Did I? Yes, I did with the Ace of Cups. So, um, you you are the kind of person who likes to help others protect their energy. Pile number two, or not like you like to, because this is the first impression reading. Maybe people feel like they get the sense of protection from you. Hmm. Okay. And also, if it was a spiritual person, they will definitely notice that you are the kind of person who is protected by their spirit guides, okay, heavily protected by their spirit guides. I mean, this Ace of Cups did not come up over here for no reason. Cup so full that it runneth over. So your next card is Focus. Again with butterflies. You do have a lot of butterflies. There's so many butterflies with Ace of Swords, and even there is a dragonfly, which is I think cousin of butterfly, I guess. But really, definitely a lot of transformative energy about you. Maybe you have gone through a glow up in life, or will go through a glow up in your life in the future if you have not yet now. I mean, you definitely bring transformation to other people's life. So with focus, my pile number two, the kind of impression you give off to other people is again inner and outer beauty. Outer beauty wise, people cannot help but notice you, and even inner beauty wise, you have very kind soul, very deep kind of, you are a deep thinker by number two, and people do notice that. So much depth to your soul, so much depth to your personality, so much depth to your wisdom. Wow, so such a beautiful card, by the way. Uh-huh. Balance. So my pile number two here definitely, this is screaming inner outer beauty again and again, and there is a good balance of that within you, and people do have impression of that about you, pile number two. And you again with this, I'm getting a very protection energy again from this card, although this is talking about balance. You are protected by your ancestor, pile number two. So take that message, claim it. It's a beautiful card to come up for you. So now let's take a look at your monology oracles, and you have don't let pride get in your way. Oh my god, you have Leo again. Pile number two. Wow. Right off the bat, I was noticing so much Leo energy in you, and then again Leo comes up, and that too full moon in Leo. But don't let pride get in your way. I mean, with Nine of Cups, sometimes we do connect the energy of pride with it, but yeah, and Leo is also accused of being too prideful of themselves sometimes. And this is again saying, don't let pride get in your way. So take what resonates. Pile number two. I mean, I don't blame you if you are prideful. I mean, only I think maybe 1% of the population will have this kind of blessings, like blessings of physicality, blessings of mentality, blessings of emotionality, blessings of materialism, all at the same time. Success, so much successful energy. And you know what? As long as it is in healthy amount, I think you deserve it. Keep it up. But if in an event we are human, we do make mistakes. We do make mistakes sometimes, and if you sleep sometime in some place, be sure to remedy it. Okay. So your next numerology card is you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Oh wow, Virgo. By the way, if you are a Virgo rising, I do follow sidereal astrology. So Virgo risings are known to be people who make it rich. Okay. I mean, there was a without pentacle. This reading has prosperity screaming at me, even without any pentacle cards. Just with this Nine of Cups and Ace of Cups, and again with the Virgo coming up over here. So pile number two, you are good enough. I mean, what do you expect of a celebrity? What do you expect of a beauty? But them being the center of attention. So wow. And again, yeah, I mean, look at it. There is such a green color going on over here, and yellow color with the Leo card. There is this successful, passionate, and blessed energy, and with the green, there is this intellectual and at the same time abundant energy coming up. So you know what, pile number two? It looks like you are a winner in life. My pile number two. That's the kind of first impression you give off to other, and if you are this energy personified, I mean, congratulations, I guess. Um, and good for you, and good for those people who are around you. So, with this, I'm going to close your reading for today. Thank you very, very much for joining me in this reading. Hope you liked it. And if you did, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, uh, like, and subscribe. Comment if you found some similarities or anything with regards to reading that you would like to share with us. Please do comment on that and please subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number three. Welcome to your reading. So let's take a look at what kind of first impression do you give off to others. So your tarot cards are Two of Cups, Eight of Wands, Five of Swords, Knight of Swords, King of Cups, and Ten of Swords. So pile number three, what I'm seeing over here is that so much air energy about you. I mean, we do have Cups card and Wand, Eight of Wands on top of that. So let's start your reading. Pile number three, Salvi. So with Two of Cups, you are a perfect partner. Huh. So the first impression people get off of you is that you seem like the kind of person, husband or wifey material is coming on mind. You you give off the kind of image that you fulfill others in some way. Weird. Of course, people are romantically interested in you, but in a way that is not very, of course it does include physicality, but more emotional. This talks about a love that fulfills each other. I mean, I'm not saying that you aren't fulfilled until you are in a relationship, or other people aren't themselves until they are in a relationship, but you know what I mean. You fulfilling each other's gap, and you give off that kind of impression to other people. The first impression that you make is also of a person who just brightens the day of others. Like, you brighten the energy in the room that you walk in. You lighten it up, and you bring love. You bring care into the equation. Hmm. Why am I getting this kind of energy from Two of Cups? I don't know, but yeah. Excuse me. That's the kind of first impression that you give off to other people. Some of a person who is very kind, of a person who is very caring, and maybe potentially a love interest in their life. With a Eight of Wands, and let's not forget we do have Knight of Swords also. You give off the energy of someone who is very driven, and someone who is very fast. Very speed is very much present over here in your energy, pile number three. I don't know why. Do let me know if it resonates with you. But yes, speed is coming up very strongly regarding your first impression. Do you like to drive fast, pile number three? Or are you interested in horse riding? Okay, so with Eight of Wands also talks about you being a person who is well traveled. Is that a word? Like, you like to travel is one thing, but you giving off the vibe of person who is very well versed about different places around the world or even in your country is coming up. You having a lot of knowledge regarding different places, regarding different subjects, regarding different logis, I guess. Like science, like philosophy, like social studies and economy. Like you have varied knowledge about many things. And it is also talking about blessings. You give off the energy of a person who gives off very positive vibe to others, and a person who is very blessed in terms of their lineage. Weird. Why am I getting weird energies despite the originality of the card? Pile number three. Are you the kind of person who is always a bit different than the group you are in? Always a bit different than the social standards that you are residing in? Okay. And yes, Eight of Wands is also about a person who brings clarity. So, and who is very driven, who is very passionate about their work. So that's the kind of impression that you give off to other people, that you are a very passionate, driven person and strong as well. Not just strong body wise, but also strong willed. Again, something about you screams blessings, pile number three, and also speed. Again, I'm thinking that my pile number three, you guys often like to travel to like strange places, or maybe even if you aren't traveling, the place that you are living in right now is different from your culture or different from your background, or you guys are just different. So, with Five of Swords, I'm seeing a person. The kind of first impression, yes, people do not understand you, okay? That's why there was so much mixed energy going on. People do not understand you fully. And you like to hide your pain. Pile number three. That's the kind of impression you give off to other people, which is a weird thing to notice as a first impression. But maybe you do not like to, you do not like to complain. You do not like to express your emotions to others. If, like say for example, you go to a therapist, it takes a long time for you to open up to your friends and sorry, therapist. It takes some building up for you to connect with others emotionally, even though it is a sword card. And you do not like to hurt others. Part number three, like if you are in a restaurant and you are served wrong dish, you just would accept it and eat it, or just change it without any complaints, ask for a change without complaining. Hmm. And Nine of Swords again with the spade. Focus is coming in mind. Panel 3 with regards to you. So, your first impression that you give off to other people is very much of a person who is very focused and very fast with their work, and also of a person who is very clear cut about what they want in life. Like you go after it. Like you are not, you are not distracted by many things in life. Panel number three. Hmm. So, also what I'm noticing is that the first impression that you give off is that you are the kind of person who is very very up in their mind in some way. Yeah, we did have you being not opening up to others quickly with Five of Swords. There is a bit of a standoffish energy coming off from you, even with the Nine of Swords. And it's weird because we do have two of cups and king of cups because people are attracted by that and wants you romantically. Okay, people like to loosen up, loosen you up in some way and see what you are hiding inside of you. What is it that you are excited by? People like to explore you. People like to see what you have up in your mind all the time, that you are always so focused in your way. You are so difficult to distract. With King of Cups, yes, you are seen by others a lot in romantic way, pile number three, and also not considering romanticism over here. People like to uh, people see that you are a very kind person, very emotionally balanced person, and they see you as a provider of some sort. Are you a provider in your family, pile number three? I would like to know. Please do comment on that if it resonates with you. And with King of Cups, it is also you are you attract others in a way that people cannot understand. Okay, there is such a peaceful energy coming off of you. Even with the Two of Cups, people did feel that you fulfill them, you brighten their day. And King of Cups coming up over here, the whole energy of nourishment, the whole energy of protection, providing, nurturing. I mean, you give emotional peace to others. Wow. And also pile number three, with King of Cups, you are beautiful in a beautiful in a way that this I'm sensing a lot of passion energy over here. And with passion, what I mean is that you have this ethereal beauty about you, this very difficult to express. Like I think pile number three, if I were to explain your beauty, I would think about a person who is beautiful in non-traditional way, like how in, like for example in K-pop there is this beauty standard, if you are aware of, having small bead-shaped oval faces, having big doe eyes, and then small lips. Wait, I think that is in China, but even in K-pop you are expected to have double eyed double lidded double lidded eyes. Is that what is it called? I think it is. Anyway, but there are a lot of successful singers, like even Jennie from Blackpink. She is different from the standard K-pop beauty standards, and I think Hwasha is one of the other. Both one of the top K-pop artists of the present moment, but they are so different from the K-pop standards, and that's the kind of beauty I'm seeing about you. No, about people noticing about you, like, yeah, someone who is very different from the usual. Hmm. And with the King of Cups, I'm seeing you as someone who is on top of the ladder. So there is a certain level of authoritative leadership energy coming off from you. Pile number three, without any doubt, what I'm also feeling is that you give healing to others. This is such a very guy, spiritual, and guide kind of energy coming off of you, coming off of your pile number three. And with Ten of Swords, I'm what I'm noticing right off the bat is her hair. Pile number three, people notice your hair a lot. It looks very shiny and very, very long as well. Hmm. And also, with this hair, she has a rose in her hand, and even with the Five of Swords, my pile number three, I'm sorry to say this. Ignore me if it does not resonate with you, but have you been hurt a lot in your life by your loved ones or in your romantic life? I'm sorry to say this. Like I said, ignore me if it does not resonate, and if it resonates with you, my dear pile number three, don't worry. I will pull blessings card for you to see. And wow, and there is this whole protection coming off regarding you. You are being watched over by your spirit guides, by your ancestors, okay? Please do not ever feel that you are alone. You are loved and protected all the time by your spirit guides. And now, coming back to the reading, what people notice about you right off the bat, the kind of first impression you give off actually, with the Ten of Swords to other people is that my pile number three, you are a person who likes to overthink. I think who is very who is so focused in their work, who is so focused in their energy that you seem burdened in some way. Maybe that's why people want to lighten up your loads with the King of Cups, help you in some way. I'm not saying that you look like the kind of person who needs help, but you do give out the impression of someone who has too much on their back. But you know what? It depends. It takes a discernful eye to see that kind of energy, to feel that kind of vibe of you. And if it is not that, it is simply talking about you being the kind of person who is talked about a lot by others, which is again a strange thing to come off as a first impression. Okay, so now let's move on to your oracle cards, my panel number three, and your Queen of the Moon cards are realization, waxing crescent, two worlds come meeting one. Interesting. There is this whole energy of you having this public persona and but being completely different in your personal life. Pile number three. Interesting. Some people might even think that what you are showing to the outer world is not your reality. Deep inside, you are a different kind of person. That kind of image, that kind of that kind of vibe is coming up with this card. There is a lot of depth, a lot to explore about you. You are not easy to read, okay? Pile number three, I'm telling you, you are not easy to read. Even me, as a tarot card reader, as a astrologer, who is very let's not, okay, um, who knows about the difference in energy. I'm having a hard time exploring you, and this is because people do not understand you. People do not have a clear picture about you. Like, we sometimes we meet new person and we immediately put them to a category of you know different categories each individual has. With regards to other people, you will put a category, a friendly person, and a category of a kind person, and a category of bitchy, the category of a friend who is not so much of a friend. But with regards to you, people have hard time understanding you, and they like to explore you. They are not deterred by that, the fact that you seem so otherworldly, you seem so mysterious. People want to explore you. I mean, even with the aid of wands, now I'm realizing that a sense of explorations is risen up. You you risen up, I guess. You arouse a sense of exploration in other people's mind when you meet them. Like they want to explore you in a way that they want to know your deepest secrets, the depth of your universe. Wow. And your other card is gratitude. Wow. Pile number three, you give off the energy of a person who is very grateful, okay? I did say that you do not like to complain a lot with five of swords, pile number three. So people do notice that about you, that you are very grateful with what you have right now. You are not the complainer. You are not the victim of your some circumstances. You work hard with what you have got at the time that you wait. What is the proper way to phrase it? You do your best with what you have at the time, okay? And you are not greedy. Yes, that's the right word. What's the opposite of greedy? I'm failing my vocabulary so much today, my panel 3. Do forgive me, but you are the exact opposite of greediness, okay? People do notice about that about you. That's why, although you seem a little bit standoffish, people want to explore you, want to understand you in a deeper way. I mean, there is so much romance as well. And you have self reflection. Okay, now I'm seeing. So, the first impression that you give off also seems you people see themselves in you in some way. Okay, pile number three, I don't know in what way, because we are always meeting different peoples in different stages of their life, but they see a part of themselves in you, and maybe that's why they want to befriend you, although there is outwardly a kind of a barrier about you. Maybe that's why as well people notice that what you show off in your public life is not all about you. There is also depth about you, which is seemingly very different, and at the same time very close to their heart, close to their soul, I guess. Your beauty is again being shown up in here. And um, your next card is the masculine, lunar god. Okay, now I'm understanding why beauty was coming up from this card, because there is a masculine over here. I mean, look at this body. Oh, wait a minute. Right away I said body. I heard body yari 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 from Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, that's a sexual song to come up in this. This is a spiritual. This is turning out to be a very spiritual reading for you, pile number 3. Very different from pile number 1 and 2. And it seems spirits want to also tell you that although there is so much spirituality and so much intuition, so much explora- exploration coming up with your energy, pile number three. There is also a physicality about you that is very attractive. Wow. So my pile number three with the masculine, uh, I think the barrier that the guard that you put up, um, is actually in a has a masculine energy about. I don't know how to explain this properly. Let me think. Okay, you are protecting something. Okay, pile number three, and that's why you have this standoffish energy. That's why you are not easy to open up to others. I don't know what it is that you are protecting. It could be your inner child. It could be that your heart that has, for some of you, been hurt by your loved ones. Are you just being plain different from the society or the culture that you are in right now? But there is definitely this protection energy coming up, and it is also a energy of that. I'm thinking about this. Although there isn't Sagittarius card over here, again Sagittarius is coming up in my mind. So Pisces and Sagittarius is coming up, which is very weird because Sagittarius are very, I think, extroverted energy, very confident energy, which you are, by the way. You are confident. I'm not saying that you aren't confident, but I'm get I'm I am getting that energy of you being very spiritually and even just philosophically knowledgeable, more knowledgeable, more well read than others. Wow, pile number three, you are very difficult to read, okay? I do admit that. I'm going to be honest with you. There's so much depth going on about you that even I'm having trouble exploring that. And let's take a look at take a look at immunology oracles. Your hard work is paying off, Capricorn. Now you know what? Now I know why I'm getting Sagittarius, because Sagittarius and Capricorn are seventh from each other, which means that it is reflecting each other's energy. Capricorn, with Capricorn, people see that you are a hard worker. They see that you like, again, this is again reconfirming the message earlier about you doing the best you can with what you have at the moment and you achieving success. Capricorn is the sign where Mars exalts. Mars, the masculine, exalts in the sign of Capricorn, meaning you success is there for you. Pile number three. And I did say that I'm going to pull off blessings card for you. Now it seems that I do not need to, because with Capricorn and the masculine Mars card being over here, you success is coming in your life. And it seems people, maybe that's why some people want to, explore you more, because obviously you have this potential success. Like people see you that you are going places. And it is a new moon, meaning that Sun is also in Capricorn, meaning that no matter how hard you try, my pile number three, people are still pulled towards you. They see you, like they see your light, they see your energy, and they are so intrigued. Intrigued. Oh, wait, what was the word? you have this magnetism about you, which is not I'm not saying this is a sexual magnetism, but this is a magnetism with regards to, I think their soul is pulled towards you. Pile number 3. And yes, new moon being over here, you are difficult to, again, this I'm feeling like a broken record, but there is this very intuitive energy about you, very spiritual. Okay, now let's take a look at, oh, Pisces, balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. What did I say? What did I say? Pile number 3. There is a Piscean energy over here. Okay, this is again a confirmation, and again, you know what? I did say that you are protected, and now this is again reconfirmed because with Pisces being in uh, the 12th house sign, it is talking about your ancestors. And when there is a full moon in Pisces, it means there is sun in Aries, and sun exalts in the sign of Aries, meaning you are protected by your ancestors, you are protected by your spirit guides from your previous lifetimes, you have blessings from your previous lives. Maybe you did very good karma in your previous life, pile number 3, and you are going to be rewarded, you are going to be helped because of your past life good karma, and even in this life, because Aries also talks about your karmas of this lifetime, even with the Capricorn. So you are, people see that, that's why people got that relaxing, that healing energy off of you previously in the earlier part of the reading, pile number 3. Yes, again, with Pisces, you have this ethereal beauty about you that is hard to explain, but still so magnetizing, so charismatic, so enticing is the word. Again, spirituality, with Pisces being the sign of spirituality, and very dreamy, very, your kind of beauty is the dreamy one. Wow, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Pile number 3. Are you a tarot reader? Tell me. Are you in a spirituality field? Because spirituality is coming off again and again and so heavy in this reading. And with new moon eclipse, really, really, pile number 3. Your spirituality, your inner knowing, your knowledge from your previous lifetime, your spiritual knowledge is again, yes, Sagittarius again is coming off strong, and people are, you know maybe that's why it is difficult to understand you in this life, but still be attracted by the whole mysteries about you, because a lot of your blessings, a lot of things about your life seems to come off from the other world, from your previous life, from your ancestors, from your guides, from your higher being, higher self, from other planes. You have otherworldly energy about you, pile number 3, and somehow people notice that as your first impression. Wow, this is such a powerful reading, pile number 3. Whew. Okay, pile number 3. With this, I'm going to close your reading for today. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you resonated with you, please, please, please do share with me in the comment section how it resonated with you. I'm feeling a very spiritual leader, very tarot reader, very guide energy here, but also romantic energy about you. I mean, It is not exactly me who is feeling the energy, to be honest. It is the people who are building first impression of a few, or the kind of impression you give off to other people. Do you like to dress in a uh what is the aesthetic that it is what's called? I think maybe you like to dress in darker shades of clothes, or you like to do darker shades of makeup. Anyhow, if it resonates with you in some way, please do comment how it did resonate for you. Pile number three, and I'll see you in my next reading. And I'm leaving you with so much love and light. Thank you for joining me in this reading, by the way. And please do not forget to subscribe if you have not yet. I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.